So now we see the second experiment of microprocessor lab, that is hexadecimal to BCD conversion. The problem statement to perform the experiment is that we have a number that is stored uh, in a memory location 2000H, and we need to find the corresponding BCD number that will be the result, and we need to store it on at 2001 and 2002 memory location. So as we have done in the previous example, first we see the program structure, then we'll identify the memory locations and corresponding operation codes, and then we'll try to execute the particular experiment. So here is the program. First, as we know that the number is stored in the memory location that is 2000, that means first we need to load this particular memory location into the HL pair so that we can easily call the number. And since we need basically we need to convert it in two different parts, because FF corresponds to if we see FF in a hexadecimal number, that corresponds to 255, that will be the BCD number. So we need to store 02 in one memory location, because 0255, so 02 will be at one location and 55 will be at the other location. So we need to store it like that. So for that we need to have two different registers so that we can correspondingly identify what is the value of the register, that is the upper byte that contains the upper byte of the 16-bit word, and then the lower byte of the 16-bit word, because the number 255 cannot be used, cannot be saved in only one 8-bit register using one single 8-bit register. So we need two 8-bit registers, and these two registers are correspondingly D and A. We choose that. So D is used for the upper 8 bits. So we need to first clear the register D with 00 data, and then we use the other register, that is accumulator, because all the necessary processings will be done at the accumulator. So we need to clear the accumulator first. So XRAA clears the accumulator. Now we call the number from the memory, that is from 200 location, and move it into the C register. So the content in the uh, register C will be changed accordingly, and all the processings will be done in the accumulator. Now we begin with the loop 1, ADI01, that means we need to increment, add immediate data 0 1 to the accumulator, and then we use a command, that is decimal adjust accumulator. Why? Because for every single operation that is done by microprocessor, it do every single operation in hexadecimals, but at the end what we want is to store the result in BCD format. So this DAA adjusts the data which is processed in hexadecimal, and it converts into the decimal or corresponding BCD number, and then we see whether it generates a carry. So if it generates a carry, it goes to loop 2. So it goes to loop 2, and when it goes to loop 2, that means we decrement the counter, and if it does not have any carry, then we'll simply increment register D, and then we go to the decrement C, and then we jump on no zero. If 0 occurs, then it will go ahead, and if 0 does not occur, if no zero condition, if there is a data that is non-zero in register C, that means we need to go back to the loop again. So overall, when we get the number ADI01, respectively it will get 01, then 02, then 03, then 04, and so on up to 09. And when it comes to 0A, that means DAA adds 6 in the accumulator, that is 0A. So when it adds 6, it will become 0A plus 06, that means 10, that is single representation of 16. So after every 10 digits it will increment, that means this 255 times will be stored like this, and when a carry generates, that means when the digit need to be stored in 3 digits, then that means the number will be more than 99. That means the upper byte should be incremented by 1. So in that case, increment D will take place. The execution of increment D will take place. Okay, and when we comes out of this loop, then we store the accumulator at 2002 because it contains the lower byte. This 55 will be stored at 2002 and 202 will be stored at 2001. So we respectively store these two values corresponding these two corresponding memory locations. Right, then we move data from D to A, then we store it into the register, the location that is 2001, and then we terminate the program. Here is the chart, the memory locations. These are the instructions and it has corresponding operation codes, and these are the remarks available with this particular table. Let me clear so that this can be further used. Right. So when we use 00, that means the number, that is hexadecimal number available in this particular memory location. So instruction is simply hexadecimal number. And the next two memory locations will be used to store the results. It is for the upper byte and the lower byte. We load the HL pair, then we clear the data present in the accumulator, then we clear the data in the accumulator, in the D as well as in the accumulator. In the D by using MVI D00 and in A by using XRAA. Then we move the content into the register C, and then we start the loop, then decimal adjust accumulator, then we check for the no carry condition, and we use increment increment D, then decrement C, then jump on no zero. Similar way we have created the program, and correspondingly the opcodes which we need to use to run the simulator are stored in this particular location. Okay, logically what should happen? Basically FF corresponds to 11111111, that is 8-bit hexadecimal number FF. Now this is basically what, if we convert it into decimal, then it will be this bit corresponding to 1, this is for 2, this is for 4, this is for 8. Similarly, this is for 16, then 32, then 64, then 128. So we need to add all these numbers to get what the FF is basically in the decimal or in BCD number. So it is basically 255. So for to store 255 number, we need two different registers, two different memory locations. So we use upper byte as 02 to store in the 2001 location, and lower byte, that is 55, to store in 2002 location. Okay, that is 02 and 05 separately need to be stored in different memory locations, that is 2001 and 2002. Okay, now to begin the execution of this program, I have taken the snapshots of every single step. This is when we press the reset from the simulator. Now we select the sub memory, and then we put the 2000 value next, and we put the data FF. So at 200 the data is available as FF. 2001 and 2002 are used for storing the results. So we clear these two memory locations. This is 2002. Previous slide we have 2001. That is 00. Now 2003 the program starts. That is the LXI 21. Then 00, that is the lower byte of the HL pair. And next is the upper byte of the HL pair, that is 20. Next, the next instructions 2006 we have 16. The opcode, they are similar, the opcodes that we have already discussed in the table. So these are 2008 we have AF, 2009 we have 4E, 200A we have C6, and correspondingly we have these three datas at these different memory locations. Okay, 200E have 11, 200F we need to store the data from so we use 20, and This is 2011, that is 0D, 12 that is C2, 13 that is 0A, 14 that is 20, 15 that is 32. We have simply used the memory locations to store the operation codes for different instructions, and these are still going on. 201A, 201B, 201C, 201C 76. That means we are terminating the program here. This is basically for halt, HLT, right? So next is we need to execute. So here is the execution. We reset the kit and then we click the go button. We need to click the go button. When we go and put the memory locations, that is 2003. This is the same location from which we have started to write the program. Initial 3 locations we have used to store the numbers. The one that is given, the two, the next two that are to be used for storage of the result. So these 2003 we have basically the starting of our program, and then we have executed this. We have pressed this execution from the memory location, that is 2003, and this will be displayed. Now if we go to the details part, then it will look like this. The last execution of the memory, that is 2003, and these are the contents of registers separately. 2001 we have a result, that is 02, and 2002 we have a result, that is 55. Okay, so on the next slide I'll try to use the simulator and show it to you how it works. So we have started the simulation, and you can see that the buttons are pressed and the data is being entered in this. Let me take the laser pointer here, right? So we are entering the data and it is clearly displayed on the data segment, and these are the memory 16-bit data set. So correspondingly bits are entered. 200A we have C6, 200B we have 01. Then next we click on next and put the other data on different memory locations, and these data is referred from the table that we have discussed on the very first page, that is just after the program, that shows the instructions and the operation code as well as the memory locations at which we want to load that particular data. Okay, so the program goes on until the last instruction will be executed, will be stored basically in the memory. So it is 2014 we have the data. Similarly 2017 we have 8E, E2, then 20, then 7A, then 1332, then 92, and this is 20 and C2, 27 and 76. So we have terminated the program, right? Then we click on reset and we put the go, and we try to enter the memory location where the program starts, that is 2003. It is executed and this is the result. You can clearly see when we go to reset and then submit memory and then go to 2001, because we have stored the data, that is 202, and the next location is 05. Okay, that's it.